Here we are again. Another black man murdered. Senselessly murdered. If it's not some crazy civilians, it looks like it's the police. Tired of being tired is putting it lightly. And right now there are protests going on. People arguing with the police. There's tear gas. It looks like there's some water hose or something going on. And some people are standing up to the tear gas. They're holding signs. Some people are in the policeman's face arguing, yelling. You see this thing played over and over again. Mike Brown. All this stuff just plays over and over again. It's like you put it on repeat. And this situation brings to light that song by Doja Cat. Yeah, that slur, that term that she was using with those white racist dudes. You know what I'm saying? When you think about this, things like this, and all these white people going to laugh at this black man being murdered, and they're going to hear that saying, oh, he ain't do nothing. Oh, he didn't do nothing. That's Doja Cat. That Doja Cat stuff. That's real. That's what this is about. That's what Doja Cat was making fun of. This is not a game, man. This is serious right here. Normally there are two reactions. One, you have marches in the death of Ahmaud Arbery. That's what they did. They marched down to the house of the killers, the house of the murderers. And right now with the police, they're in the streets and they're arguing and fussing and, forming a crew or a mass of protesters. But I don't think either of those get the results that people really are looking for. But it may get the results that the police are looking for, because if the protest is done a certain way, they get to crack a few heads, or they get to throw some people in jail. City makes more money. But it's good that 4 of the 5 policemen that were there, because I believe there were 4 policemen on George Floyd. That's the brother who lost his life. And the one white guy that's on his neck has his knee on his neck. And he's not budging. And then he's moving around a little bit, making sure he got him right where he wants him. Either crushed his esophagus or snapped his neck, or he did something to him. Probably did both. And it hurts to watch that. And I really didn't want to see it. I've actually went most of the day not wanting to look at it. And I actually, quote unquote, saw it by accident. Because reading what happened is enough. Hearing everybody's description of it is enough. Hearing it on the news and in videos is enough. Turn my head when they actually show the actual video. But I saw it by accident. And we've seen it before. Eric Garner. Seen it with other people. I've witnessed the police murder somebody before. And it's something that sticks with you. It's traumatizing. It's part of that PTSD that black men and black women have in America. But I have a question, because yes, the policeman got fired. We'll see what happens with them after that. We'll see how much the police union backs them up. If the police unions will put their foot down and say they will no longer support these officers that get caught up in this type of stuff and behave this way, and if they start taking the pensions and retirement of these people, or put those pensions and retirement toward the victim and the victim's families, you'll get different actions from police. But here's my question. What do you do, or what would you do, if the person that's on the ground is somebody you truly care about? What if it's somebody you care about and you have a choice whether to push that policeman off so your loved one can get some air and perhaps live to see tomorrow? Or do you sit there and watch and videotape? And I'm not talking about this cameraman, because he probably didn't know the person. He was probably an innocent bystander who just record things like most people do. And what if it wasn't somebody that you truly care about, but you could save a life and somebody else is videotaping it? And this person is bleeding from the nose. His windpipe is getting crushed. He's saying, I can't breathe. would you risk potentially going to jail or being caught up in interfering with a police arrest? Would you risk that and those charges to save somebody's life? This is wild. And it's something that we shouldn't have to put up with. It's something that we shouldn't have to deal with. That's a question that we shouldn't even have to answer. We shouldn't be presented with. But that's an advantage that other people have that we don't have, because we keep being placed in these predicaments. So I say that something truly needs to be done so that, once again, the victimizer or the person who's coming down on someone else, that person feels some type of pain. It depends on what kind of pain that hurts that person. There are different types of pain. We all know that. But they need to either feel pain or fear what would happen if they do things like this. Because this man has a family. Be it mother, father, brothers, girlfriend, wife, fiance, children, aunts, uncles. This destroys families. It destroys psyches. It can destroy the community, and maybe some police lives. If blue lives truly matter, then blue lives would be more careful, because blue lives could potentially lose their lives if the wrong person is harmed and somebody really has enough and they want to go after a blue life and seek revenge. It's not worth it for a blue life to damage themselves. So stop killing people before some of that stuff comes back on you. Seriously. And right now they toy with black lives, blue lives. Many of the police, they toy with black lives because they know nothing's going to happen. They normally don't get desk duty, placed on administrative duty, or administrative leave with pay. And then, after a month or two, when they say, we're going to investigate this. And after a month or two, they come back and then they get placed in another precinct, or they go to a different neighborhood and they patrol that area. You support Doja Cat, and you support what them police did to this man that didn't do nothing. She will make a song about something like that. But this time they got fired. In the, I believe it's the Tamir Rice case, the 11, 12-year-old boy who got shot in the park by a policeman while he was playing with a little BB gun or something, or a toy gun, wasn't even a BB gun. That policeman got fired, and he went and got a job a couple of counties over or something. So we're going to see what happens with this, but it's a shame that it comes down to this all the time. It's like every other week something is going on. And all this COVID stuff going around, you have policemen doing this type of stuff. And I believe they said over something, it was like a silly charge. I don't know if they said forgery. Oh, come on. But we'll see what happens to these 4 policemen. All 4 of them are guilty of something, whether it's murder for the main one that was on the neck, manslaughter for the other ones, or 2nd-degree murder. Even the Asian policeman who was standing there doing nothing but watching, he should be guilty of manslaughter too. Seriously, get all of them. And this is sickening. But that's it for me. This is on the low. Oh, you get tired of this kind of stuff. But hey, that's how it is right now. But we're gonna have to change all this. So we got to keep working on it. Keep working towards change. I'm Money Green. Talk to me. Make money, go shopping. Soon another video will be dropping.